Good morning. It's Monday morning and it's beautiful where I am. This is my morning walk that I've been faithful to revisiting this past week because I've really been reflecting on the importance of self-care. And this is one of the ways that I nourish myself and allow myself to receive and just take in the beauty and the sights, the sounds, the smells, the nourishment before I start my day. I'm Kelly DeMarco, and I'm traveling a journey of cancer with my husband. I'm also a climate coach, and I do some things in the climate action arena that feel near and dear to my heart. Something that happened yesterday was giving me lots of reason to kind of pause and reflect about receiving, just receiving. We were gifted with a surprise visit from our UPS delivery man and a whole truck full of people and gifts and just generosity and love, and just finding myself really chewing on like the difference between taking and receiving. I'm really particular about like stuff that I buy. If you talk with my girls, I'm just like, it's hard for me to shop. It's stressful because things need to have, like, they need to be made with the right stuff. I don't want too much. I don't want anything I don't need. And so it becomes a really stressful experience for my girls to shop with me, I think. So here comes this truck like filled with goods, and these goods are making their way up to our house, and some of them are for our girls and some are for our family and some are for me. Many are for our dog, many are for Tim, and I'm just really like feeling how hard it is to just let in generosity and when I think back to like the facial expressions of each person that delivered these gifts, it was so deeply moving just to feel that people you don't know feel moved to care for you in some way, and they feel inspired by your story and what's going on in your life, that they just reach out of love to give. And I'm feeling in myself that taking and receiving are two entirely different things. And receiving, like really receiving with an open heart, is an act of love. And since June, we as a family have been in a position to like have to physically receive like help and support, advice, monetary support, labor support around our farm. support in so many ways, and I find I want to push it back and say, like, I don't need that. I can do without that. I don't, and yet there's things that I do need. We do need, because we live in a system and in a society we've created that, like, it's kind of hard to get by without some things. And so I just keep going back to, like, the facial expressions and, like, the willingness of people that you don't know to show up on a Sunday morning bearing gifts, and that I have a choice in me to, like, push that back, or to take that in and to open my heart and just receive the love that's coming my direction and welcome it, and not make myself bad or wrong for opening to it. And I'm just, like, looking around me on this walk this morning at just the generosity of the planet that we live on, the generosity of Mother Nature. We have this incredible capacity as human beings to receive through our senses, to receive through sight, to receive through sound, to receive through touch, through taste. Right now, just the sounds around me of life, even the feeling of cold on my body is just like a reminder that I'm alive and I'm interacting with this environment I live in. And my body has these incredible senses that can just, like, help me connect to the space around me. And how often do I push that back, or take it for granted, or forget that it's a gift. Forget that it's a gift that is just constantly giving, and it's my choice to receive it, or to take from it, or to push it away. And I'm thinking also of this little baby that came into the world many, many years ago. And his parents were, like, in a position where they had to receive the generosity of someone who was willing to give them a place to stay for the night. And they received from these incredible wise men that came bearing gifts that they weren't asking for. They weren't even aware that they needed them. But they had a choice to give it back. They were pretty humble people, extremely humble. And yet in their humility, they totally opened to receive. And I'm just really, like, touched by that lesson. Like, that's so it's an interesting season. A lot of the focus is around giving and gifting and buying and making lists, but there's this whole other side that's amazing, which is all about like taking in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the touch, the hugs, the companionship. And as I reflect also on my husband's situation, I'm just like, I'm receiving this right here now, like this beauty around me. There were several deer that walked by here a little bit ago. Other deer that ran up along the horizon line. And just like receiving that experience for him, because he can't hunt right now. He can't, he likes to hunt, and he likes to like provide that nourishment. But I think most of all, he loves just being out here in the quiet and stillness. So I'm receiving it for him. And for anyone else who is maybe too busy or too distracted, or their body is too incapacitated to receive this kind of slow, gentle beauty and giving of Mother Nature. So I just want to invite you to open your heart and receive whatever is being given to you through another person, through Mother Nature around you, through all of the ways that she gives, and all of the ways that love moves to give something to you. That's all I have to say this morning. Happy Monday. Blessings and peace.